Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Militant Negro Network on YouTube. I am Mr. Militant Negro. You are now at my network, a place where truth, facts, and honest thoughts and opinions are spoken. Welcome, enjoy yourselves, and please subscribe. I need to make a follow-up video to my most recent video on Milo Yiannopoulos. Now, I usually do not make follow-up videos because my mindset is simply this: if you don't understand, comprehend, get what I'm saying in the first video, a follow-up video is usually a waste of time. Because if you're too stupid to understand what I said the first time I make a video on a subject, making a follow-up video on that same subject is not really going to help you. But I decided to do a follow-up video on Milo Yiannopoulos for two reasons. The first reason is quite simple. There were people on social media where I shared my video about Milo Yiannopoulos and his pedophile statements where he defended and upheld pedophilia, molestation, and sexual assault on underage minor children, starting at the age of 13, because that's what he mentioned in his video about pedophilia and being molested as a child by a Catholic priest, and his ideas and opinions on pedophilia and molestation and sexual assault against children being perfectly okay. He made a video for Drunken Peasants, which I will include in the description box of this video, so you can hear and see for yourself exactly what Milo Yiannopoulos said in his podcast/video for Drunken Peasants. Now, the reason I'm doing this follow-up, as I said, is because there were people on the many social media platforms I subscribe to and post to who said I was lying, who said it was untrue. They said it is not factual, it's fake news. That's what these Milo Yiannopoulos supporters and followers told me, that I made this up. So I thought it was imperative that I find this video and post a link to it in the description box below, so you can click on that link and listen and watch Milo Yiannopoulos' own words about how pedophilia is fake, that people under the age of consent, which in most states is 17 or 18 years old for sex, those people should have a right to be engaged in sexual relationships with older people. Yes, this is what Milo said. He said that young boys, specifically, should be allowed to have sex with older men. And he also stated that he himself was molested as a 13-year-old by a Catholic priest whom he named as Father Michael. These are his words, not mine. This is what Yiannopoulos believes. Now, his belief in this pedophilia cost him the keynote address at CPAC. It also cost him a book deal. So I don't think he really thought through what he said on this Drunken Pheasant podcast video stream in 2016. I think he was talking without thinking, but that does not nullify nor does it void what he said, how he feels. what he thinks. He's a pedophile, plain and simple. And pedophilia, sexual abuse of a child, is something that is a vicious circle. If it's not treated, if you don't try to cure it, if you don't try to talk about it in therapy and work through it, you will repeat that act on other young children. The same act that was done to you. It's the cycle of abuse. My second reason for making this video is because people need to understand precisely and exactly what Milo Yiannopoulos is advocating. He's advocating that it is okay in his mind for underage kids, children, the age of 13, 14, 15, 16. He's saying it's okay for these children to be preyed upon by older adults. He went on to make various accusations and statements that he calls facts. How having a child who is sexually aware, who is able to give sexual consent at that age, it is perfectly fine for them to engage in sexual relationships with older people. People in their 20s and 30s and 40s. He's saying that these sexual relationships help stabilize these children. And every study that's ever been done about pedophilia, molestation, sexual abuse of children says the exact opposite of what Milo Yiannopoulos is saying in his Drunken Peasants video. I think Milo is insane. I think he is so mentally fucked up by his abuse from his Catholic priests, whom he named again as Father Michael. I think Milo is so screwed up mentally from that abuse as a child, as a minor, that he just doesn't know what he's saying or what he's doing. And his actions over the past few years is explained by his abuse. He's saying gay relationships need for the young boys to be mentored and guided sexually by older men. These are not my words. These are Milo's words. Again, click the link to the video in the description box of this video and you will be able to hear, listen, and watch Milo speak these words. It is imperative that you understand that this is a public figure closely aligned and related to the GOP, Republicans, conservatives, and the alt-right. This is a man who is the poster boy for Donald Trump's election. And this all comes at a time when there is much in the media about a thing called Pizzagate. I'm not going to get into Pizzagate. If you want to know what Pizzagate is, Google it, Yahoo it, Bing it, research it, investigate it for yourselves. But Pizzagate is real. And the fact that Yiannopoulos is advocating pedophilia, molestation, sexual abuse against children is not a coincidence. So like I said, find out what Pizzagate is. Check it out. Educate yourselves on what your politicians, your elected officials, the very people you vote into office, educate yourself on what they're doing, what they're into. In 2017, our children are not safe. They are not safe to grow up as children. The schools, the churches, the community centers All these places where children are supposed to be safe and protected, they are not. I would hate to be raising a child in this day and age and time, because it's an impossible task. Danger lurks around every corner. And those very people you are trusting with your children are the very people you should not be trusting with your children. Milo Yiannopoulos is not alone. He's not the only person who believes what he believes. So trust me when I tell you, you have to be ever vigilant about your children. You have to know what they're doing, where they're going, whom they have as friends. You can't be a lazy parent in 2017. You cannot be a parent who parents in absence. You have to be present. You have to be involved. You have to be knowledgeable about what your children are into. Cell phones have a certain value when it comes to keeping tabs on your kids. But cell phones, in my opinion, are the very essence of how children can be lured into danger. Laptops, online personalities, the online community, these are all tools used by pedophiles and child abusers, sexual child abusers. They prey on children who are online. I'm giving you this information because you need to protect your kids. There are more people in this world like Milo Yiannopoulos than you might imagine. Again, check out Pizzagate. Check out all the sexual abuse going on in the UK of children. Our politicians are dirty and nasty and crooked. All I'm telling you people is protect your children. That's all I have to say for now. Happy February. It is Black History Month. Educate yourselves on Negro history. Be well. Stay safe. Namaste.